So, you've just pulled the trigger on the brand new iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's a beast, but now you've got another huge decision to make. What are you going to put on your wrist? You see, the premium smartwatch market is, well, it's a total battlefield. And if you're an iPhone user, believe me, the choice is way more complicated than it looks. Okay, let's get right into this paradox.
And let's just cut straight to the chase, right? You could go out and spend over 160,000 baht on a gorgeous Hublot smartwatch. I mean, it's stunning. But the real question is, when you pair that with your iPhone, is it actually a better experience than the Apple Watch Ultra 2, which costs, a tiny fraction of that? That's the core question we're going to unpack right here.
All right, before we even start looking at the competition, we have to set the baseline. We have to talk about the Apple Watch Ultra 2. It is, for all intents and purposes, the undisputed gold standard. And it's not for the reason you might think. It has nothing to do with the fancy titanium or the super bright screen. It's something much deeper.
And that reason is one simple concept: native integration. This is so crucial to understand. This isn't a fight about hardware specs. It's a war fought with software. See, your iPhone can connect to almost anything, but iOS itself is a gatekeeper. It decides which devices get the all-access pass to its most important functions. It's a walled garden, and guess who holds the only key? Yep, Apple.
So what does that key actually get you? Well, it unlocks a totally frictionless experience. Think about it, being able to just lift your wrist and dictate a full reply to a WhatsApp message, paying for your morning coffee with a quick double click, or walking up to your Mac and having it unlock automatically. These aren't just little features. It's a deep, seamless connection that competitors are literally, structurally blocked from ever replicating.
Okay, so let's bring in our first challenger. And this is a big one. We're talking about the Swiss luxury brands. You know the names: Hublot, Montblanc, Heuer. These guys are bringing centuries of watchmaking history and art into the digital world.
We can think of them as the Swiss Vanguard. And look, their appeal is obvious. They're offering incredible craftsmanship, that traditional horological artistry, plus amazing materials and, of course, the sheer prestige of that brand name on your wrist. What they're selling you is a powerful statement piece that also just happens to be smart.
But, and this is a big but, what's it actually like to use one of these with an iPhone every day? Our source material really hits the nail on the head with this phrase: a compromised coexistence. It's beautiful, no doubt, but that beauty comes with some serious strings attached.
And the difference here is just stark. The promise is luxury materials, brand prestige, that classic look, but the reality, when you connect it to your iPhone, is that it basically becomes a very expensive, passive notification screen. You can see a message came in, but you can't reply to it. And even worse, users report these frustratingly unreliable connections. That's a total deal breaker for a smart device. Just to put a really fine point on it, take a look at this. This Louis Vuitton smartwatch costs 177,000 baht. It is an absolutely stunning piece of fashion tech. But for that price, you are knowingly accepting a massive downgrade in what a smartwatch is supposed to do with your iPhone. Now, let's pivot to our second challenger, which comes from a completely different universe, a totally different philosophy. These are the specialist tool watches. These are the hyper-functional instruments built for professionals.
Let's call this group the Apex Instruments. You're thinking about brands like Garmin here. These things are not trying to be pretty fashion accessories. Nope. They are tech-first, professional-grade tools. They're built for elite athletes, for pilots, for serious adventurers, people who need uncompromising performance and data more than anything else.
Now, the experience here is totally different from the Swiss watches. The connection to your iPhone, it's stable, it's reliable, but it's best described as a siloed system. What that means is, it works perfectly, but it works inside its own little world. It operates in parallel to your iPhone, not deeply integrated with it. And if you need just one chart to understand why someone would choose this, this is it. I mean, just look at that divide. You get about a day from the luxury watches, maybe 2 from the Apple Watch Ultra, and then a whopping 16 days from the Garmin MARQ. 16! It is not even in the same league. If you're on a multi-day expedition, this is an absolute game changer. But, and you knew there was a but coming, that incredible battery life comes with a big trade-off. Just like those Swiss watches, notifications are read-only. There's no replying to your iMessages from your wrist. It's designed to be a fail-safe instrument first and a notification device a distant second.
You're choosing extreme capability in one specific area over broad, easy integration everywhere else. So, after looking at the compromises you have to make with the challengers, where does that leave the Apple Watch Ultra 2? Well, it kind of recasts it in a whole new light. It's not just a default choice, it's a deliberate and powerful one. It is the Master Generalist. You see, its real defining strength is its incredible versatility. It's built from grade 5 titanium, it's a certified dive computer, the hardware is just superior, with a 3000 nit display that's brighter than anything else out there, plus medical-grade sensors like an ECG. It might be, say, 90% as good as a Garmin for running an ultramarathon, but the thing is, it's also 90% as good across a massive range of other activities too. And this right here is the knockout punch from the source material. While one of those specialist watches might be a little bit better for one specific niche task, the Apple Watch Ultra 2 is, and I'm quoting here, 1000% better as an everyday smartwatch. That seamless integration that works across everything you do, that's its real killer feature.
But wait, functionality is only half the story. The money side of things is just as important. Sure, the Ultra 2 is the most affordable to buy new, but the real story is in the resale value. Just look at the Hublot. It loses nearly half its value the minute you walk out of the store. The Apple Watch, on the other hand, holds its value incredibly well. That makes it the smartest choice, not just on your wrist, but for your wallet too. Okay, so we've broken down the different types of watches. The pros, the cons, the trade-offs. So how do you actually pick the right one for you? Well, it all comes down to a really simple framework. First step, define your number one priority. What do you care about most? Is it that flawless, do-it-all integration from Apple, or is it a very specialized function, like that 16-day battery life? Second, you have to be honest and acknowledge the compromise. To get that specialty, you are giving up core smart features. And finally, once you know that, you just choose your archetype: the ecosystem champion, the Swiss Vanguard, or the Apex instrument. So, at the end of the day, the ultimate conclusion from our sources is this: if your entire digital life runs on Apple's ecosystem, choosing anything other than an Apple Watch is going to be, and I quote, an exercise in frustration and compromise. It doesn't matter how beautiful the materials are or how prestigious the brand name is, it just can't make up for that loss of seamless day-to-day functionality. And that really leaves us with one last question for you to think about. What do you really want a watch to be? Do you want a perfect integrated tool that makes your phone even more powerful? Or do you want a powerful statement of style and heritage that just happens to have a little bit of tech inside? The answer really tells you everything you need to know. The choice is yours.